From delays to new rules to train cars detaching, there is never a dull moment on New York City's transit system.
You never know what you're going to see when you ride the train. Our Greg Mocker explains what caused two cars on the 4 train to decouple in the Bronx.
Individual train cars are linked together in train sets. A mechanical coupler locks them together at the base. The MTA has about 1,000 R142 models in service. They've been carrying passengers for about 25 years. One set got separated on Sunday and became another problem for commuters.
Here in the Bronx, I think the 4 and 5, the service is stopping a lot of days during the weekends.
The broken ride happened to a Manhattan-bound train headed to 149th Street Grand Concourse around 5:20 p.m. Sunday. Service was impacted along the 4-5 line in the Bronx until well after midnight. In this video from Sunday evening, you can see part of the train in the tunnel. It was headed into the station. The 3rd and 4th cars separated, putting about the width of a train car between them, and the emergency system kicked in. They're still investigating the cause, says NYC Transit President Demetrius Critchlow.
Just a really unusual circumstance, and in this case, the safe course was taken. The cars did go brakes in emergency as they should have.
I see the train get stuck and everything. I've been standing here for as long as the train been stuck in the station.
Bridget Berkeley was at the station waiting to meet her 14-year-old son, who she says was on the train, stopped in the tunnel.
He's hyperventilating, panicking. I'm just waiting for my son to get off the train right now. Honestly, I've been standing here for over an hour waiting for my son to get off this train.
Power to the train was cut as passengers were transferred to a rescue train.
It is our goal to be able to provide great bus service, great train service, and in this case, we didn't do that. So the team is really going back to the drawing board to see what we could do in corrective measures to be able to address it, and also inspecting the fleet to make sure that the rest of the fleet does not have an issue.
Well, Mr. Greg Mocker.
Yeah, that was something, because we don't hear about that kind of thing.
Right.
We're used to seeing kind of the conditions of the stations. Maybe there's a mess on a train, but when it is something that substantial on things, they investigate, which they're still doing. I just checked, so we don't have anything on that yet, but they're also inspecting all the other cars. The plus there is they haven't found what is probably some kind of mechanical weakness in the steel that holds these together. And this particular model, because I love a train story. How does it work? They are kind of almost permanently connected versus some that connect with like a hook.
Almost
They did get a divorce briefly yesterday. So they have to figure out, was it some kind of metal weakness or so. And these cars have been 25 years. Our system had some cars that were from the Kennedy administration of the 1960s up until a few years ago.
Oh, wow.
So these were made in the 99 to 2003 range, been in use since then. There's about 1,000 of them. So, they're still out there. They're being inspected. They're running today because the system wouldn't be able to operate without the cars.
So far, well, while these subway cars are in mediation before the divorce, what's happening with the MetroCard?
Yeah, my MetroCard. I'm all about how we pay. I use my phone. Everybody knows that. But I do still carry a MetroCard.
Do you really?
It's somewhere. I never know exactly where it is.
Oh,
there
There she is.
So.
It's amazing you can misplace that.
I'm the big Metro. Yeah, really big wallet would be great if it.
I mean,
with really big $100 bills.
What is the token saying about the MetroCard?
Yeah, I should have a big token just to.
I can hold it.
So this is like the end of an era.
Yeah, we used to bring that out all the time when I first started to kind of demonstrate the high cost of transit. Can be relative, or the money that the MTA is spending. So. Bring it out again for the reminder that the MetroCard, you won't be able to add money to it after December 31st. It's still going to work, but remember, they want us to use the Omni card, which I do have in my wallet, or your phone.
So when I have 37 cents left on my MetroCard, how do I get that back? How do I redeem
Well, so many,
cents?
the booth person could transition it, or sometimes you have to call it in, or some of my friends have just added an extra $2
just
change.
To get to the thing.
Just for nostalgia's sake, one last swipe on that, because the Omni is up to about 86% usage, and you can still have the card if you're not comfortable with the MTA kind of having your credit card, or you're a cash person, or you don't have a phone. The vending machines are out there, but just know this'll. Can't put money after December 31st.
We were just talking about getting a landline so that we can disconnect from our phones. You can't disconnect from your phone. That's it. I remember you did a story with a New York City school student who used to turn these into art.
And
they'll have plenty of material to work with.
Yeah, and they'll still be around for a while, and you can get the Omni card too. But
unbelievable.
it'll be passing of the torch, kind of. Yeah,
This is
tokens are.
crazy.
Oh,
a
the
thing
end.
of
Out
past
with the
now.
MetroCard. Can I throw it? No.
You don't get
No.
Did you see the look on his face?
There's money on it, I think. I have to go check. So
Greg
I gotta
Mocker.
swipe
The
it
monthly
somewhere.
pass. He'd be
Thank you so
stranded.
much for joining us on
Sure.
Transit Tuesday. We look forward to next week. Oh my gosh. There he is. Give me a
You can
follow.
follow him. On
Look, you're looking
Instagram.
very serious.
That's where
on
you
this
get your, all the
business.
Yeah,
updates
that's the
on
old
the
picture.
roads and the
I gotta update my profile, huh?
Please do.
My profile
You still look the same.
Okay, next.
All right.